opening another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Another job that you hope.
And another. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Garsten, and welcome to episode 123 of Tales from the Beat, where we look at news and PR from both sides of the scrimmage line. You know, September's about on us, and, well, if you're an auto or mobility reporter, the next 4 weeks are likely going to be spent in, well, probably two places: a trade show venue, and wherever you go to file a billion stories those shows are sure to generate. Maybe a third place, the nearest watering hole that serves anything but water, right? Well, if you're a PR person representing any of the companies or speakers of these events, by the end of the month you most likely will no longer need the services of a barber or a salon, because you will have pulled every follicle out of your noggin from frustration at attempting to convince reporters to either, hey, stop by Amalgamated Belly Button Lint's booth, grab a coffee or macchiato with the CEO of AI means more than artificial insemination now, for a little intro chat maybe, or pop by for a demo of Seat of the Pants Mobility's personal levitation solution. Looking at my personal editorial calendar, I see at least 3 significant multi-day events related to autos, mobility, or both. Now, a couple of regulars. First of all, the Automotive News World Congress, the management briefing seminars, and then there's a new one on its first stop in the Motor City. It's called Move America: Technology, Models, Energy. Okay, all these events have significant speakers, presentations, and, yes, networking opportunities, aka free food-fueled small talk sessions. Now, I personally plan to attend, well, all of these events for at least one day because, well, I own comfortable shoes and I do enjoy meeting new people, learning new things, and hopefully writing about something beside Trump's import tariffs, although I'm sure the lame-brained levies will intrude into a lot of those conversations. So, all right, let's dig into a couple of aspects of these shows that affect both reporters and PR people. Now, I think it's appropriate to begin with the process of actually registering for the privilege of attending the events for free. Up is the Automotive News World Congress, organized by the Industry Bible, or if it's not PC, Industry Generic Good Book, and don't call it a magazine, always call it the paper. I know, I work there. Briefly. As usual, there's a strong roster of speakers, mostly notable General Motors. Now, as usual, there's a strong roster of speakers, most notably General Motors Chair and CEO Mary Barra. Anxious to hear what she has to say, so I click on the registration button on the event page and duly enter all my info. It was going pretty well till the end, the part where they ask you to enter payment information. Now, of course, journalists never pay to cover an event, so I was a little bit confused. Then, I see the field that said media needed to enter the code they were provided in their invitation. I don't really recall receiving such an invite, and immediately felt like Ellen DeGeneres, who took issue with Dakota Johnson for not receiving one for her birthday party. But alas, Dakota snapped back. She did too invite Ellen, thereby quickly whacking the snippy talk show host on her out-of-joint nose. Well, I had no such experience at all, really. I sent an email to the organizers expressing my interest in covering the Automotive News World Congress and was quickly sent the magic code necessary to secure my free media pass in the body of really a very kind reply. And I'm sure since I'm only a part-time, semi-retired freelancer and not a full-time beat reporter, I didn't make the original invite list. Now, when I worked at the many versions of Chrysler, we call those heavy hitters, Top Gun media. Well, look, I'm about as short as Tom Cruise, so maybe after they see my coverage for Forbes.com, I'll win my wings. Next on the schedule is what's known as the Management Briefing Seminars, or MBS. It's organized by the Center for Automotive Research. And it traditionally took place at the Grand Traverse Resort in Traverse City, Michigan. It's about a 4-hour drive on the Baton Death March Trail known as I-75 and then west on Michigan 72. Now, the resort is technically in the town of Acme, just outside of Traverse City, and its condition has been just outside the 1970s for many years. But folks liked it because Traverse City is cool. It's tons of fun. It's a golf course on the premises, lots of great bars, restaurants, wineries, and it's on Grand Traverse Bay, an offshoot of Lake Michigan. Now, for the first time in the 60-year history of the MBS, the conference will not happen in Traverse City, but in the heart of the Motor City, where it belongs, at the completely restored Michigan Central train station, rescued from ruins and converted into a hotbed of mobility innovation by the Ford Motor Company. Now, I love the idea. Just wondering where to park. I won't need to bring my golf clubs unless I want to practice my drive by launching balls into the Detroit River, which is, probably an idiotic and unlawful idea. Now, I have a feeling there's probably a plan for parking. I just don't know what it is yet. I will miss the traditional big yellow tent that was set up outside the Grand Traverse Resort, where during breaks one could grab a fruit smoothie while simultaneously enduring some smooth talk from a PR person or a fellow attendee. Now, it's been a while, but the last time I attended MBS, I was on the corporate communications team for what was then known as Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Now, our late great, wonderful CEO Sergio Marchionne was a keynote speaker and scheduled to conduct a news conference afterwards. Well, step and repeat backdrop all the company's logos arrived the night before and was tragically creased worse than an elephant's ass. Oh, our little team spent all night attempting to smooth out the backdrop with my pants steamer that I had in my suitcase. It was woefully inadequate. Now, one of our team members saved the day by begging one of the housekeeping staff for a steam iron and spent another couple of hours making the thing presentable. Well, neither Mr. Marchionne nor the assembled media ever knew that. A little wrinkle to that story. Till now. Now, the event I'm most anxious to cover is Move America. Now, for one, it's refreshing to cover something new, but even more importantly, the variety of speakers and subjects encompasses cutting-edge technologies aimed at improving and advancing mobility, aka how to get around. Now, I always tell people the best thing about being a journalist, one of them anyway, well, for me, is the free education, the chance to learn new things from brave and brilliant people, and then sharing what you learn with the world. Now, I've spoken about this before in other episodes of the podcast, but, trade shows, auto shows, they're tough for both reporters and PR people because of tough choices and challenges. Now, for reporters, we have to make smart choices about what to cover based on the audiences for our publications, websites, broadcast stations. We have only so much time and space available. And for PR people, it's winning coverage commitments from reporters for their clients who are speaking or exhibiting or both. So here's my personal advice. Don't expect reporters to always write single stories about your clients. See if they can fit it into an overall theme that might include several companies at the show. Now, you won't get all the attention, but you're more likely to win some. And that's better than none. Oh, yeah, it's all a lot of work for everyone involved on both sides of the equation, but I got to tell you, even for an old dog like me who still carries around a digital recorder and actual reporter's pads and pens, these things can be gold if you know where to dig and how to mine it. I'm looking forward to filling a bunch of those pads and writing my ass off because honestly, learning new things, getting to write about them has never been work. And just think, come October, there's the Battery Show and Reuters Automotive USA events. That's this edition of Tales from the Beat. I'm Ed Garsten. Thanks so much for listening, viewing. Please share, please subscribe. I'll be back soon with more tales. Take care.
Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening.